Okay, can I go? Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Leo. It's really nice to see a lot of familiar faces here. Uh, and along with Pierre, I've been co-mentoring Jean, which will present the work he's been doing, the great work he's been doing in GSOC, and he will present to you the feature TaskRoom. You can go, Jean.
Okay, thanks, Leonardo. So, hello everyone. I am Jean. I come from Belgium, and I am studying computer science at the University of London. And I'm going to present you today a new room type, and that's the task room. So, first of all, why a task room? Indeed, a lot of information are exchanged when you communicate on Rocket.Chat, and it's sometimes useful to write them down as a task. Secondly, now the teams can manage their task and discuss about it while staying on Rocket.Chat. And also, it adds another tool on the Rocket.Chat core code. And I heard also at the beginning of the GSOC that people are asking for it. So the task room goal of the GSOC was to have a basic task management capacity inside a new room type and with some tasks also. So for the task room, there is two big components. The first one is the task room itself, and the second one are the tasks. For the first, I'm going to begin with the first component, so the task room itself. So actually, a task room is just a C or a P room with an extra information, and this information is a task room ID. So a task room can be either private or public. Secondly, a particularity about this room is that the room is rendered with React and not Meteor like the other rooms. The third point, also it adds a new bunch of endpoints for the task room itself and also for the tasks. For example, you can create a task with a new endpoint, you can create a task room, you can update a task, you can update a task room, and so forth. It adds also a new set of permissions. Also, you need to keep in mind that actually message permission is stronger than a task room permission. So, for example, if you don't have the permission to send messages, you can create tasks. For example, in the case of a read-only room. Secondly, the task room features are that you can have a room where you can display some tasks. You can also, inside the room, sort the tasks based on certain properties that we are going to see in a moment. Also, the task room have a threads tab, that's the normal threads tab of the Rocket.Chat code. And also, indeed, you can manage your task with some CRUD operations, so you can create, read, update, and delete the tasks. So I'm going to go now and to speak about the task itself. So the task itself introduces a new task model inside the database. So the tasks are not stored as messages. And also we have a new front-end collection to enable some feature like optimistic UI of Meteor. Secondly, a task have some special properties like a title, a description, an assignee, and a status. And for, here, for the information, you can't create a task without a title, and you can delete the title of a task. You can update it, but you can't delete it. You can't delete the task title. Also, under the hood, a task can be a thread header that we are going to see in a moment how. And also, a task can have now a T count to count the number of messages inside the task, and also replies to know who followed the task. And also, the task can be a thread message ID for other messages. So the high-level feature of the task are you can create a task, you can update a task, and you can delete a task. Also, you can reply to a task. We are going to see how it works in a moment. And also, you have the notifications enabled with the task. So I'm going now to show a quick demo about the task room. Do you see my screen? Okay. So to create a new task room, we can push here on the button and to choose a task room. So task room demo. You can choose private or public. You can also choose read-only or not read-only, and you can also add some members to the task room. Also here you see that there is also a new set of new room, so the task room, and the tasks and the other rooms are just under this set. So to create a task, you need to click on this button. You can enter a title. You can enter a description. You can also assign the task to someone. For example, I will assign to this user. And you can also create some task status. For example, I will put it urgent and team A. So now the task is created. And on the task, we have various informations. The first one, we have a button to follow or unfollow the task. We have a detail button when you can click on it and see the detail of the task. You can also modify the task here, for example. You have also the information about which user the task is assigned and also the different status of the task. For example, here I can follow the task, and if I follow the task, these buttons will appear. So I can unfollow or follow. Also, the task is here. So here this is a task, and the task here is reactive to any changes. For example, here the button appear or disappeared, and we can also write some messages. So here, so this is only a task, and this is a message. A specific feature also of the task room is that the task room have two data streams in the same time. So for example, you can create a task and in the same time you can answer to messages. So that's it for the moment. And also, when you follow or unfollow a task, you will have some notification, or you will not have some notifications. So, and you can also, for example, you can also delete a task. I don't know, that's not mine. You can delete a task, and that's it for the task room. Also, you can add a task inside the team channels. So now the task room is linked to the team. And that's it for the demonstration, I think. Okay. After it, this task room, this project for me was at the beginning of the GSOC very difficult because I had to learn a lot of new things about the code base was very, very huge. I took some time to understand really deeply some some functionalities of the code, like for example the room manager, the room history manager. Also, I discovered along the way the front-end collection, which enables optimistic UI. But at the end of the GSOC, I had a much more deep understanding of the code, which was really rewarding. Also, with this project, I learned a lot of new coding techniques. For example, I really enjoyed learning some hooks, like the use form hooks, which I find it very, very nicely written. I learned also about new software engineering processes like the front-end collections. Also, a victory for me is going from zero knowledge about the Rocket.Chat code base at the beginning of the GSOC, and now to have a quite good understanding of the Rocket.Chat code base. Also, I learned that there is many possibilities to solve some problems, but few are optimal and not the ones that you wish. Also, actually, I have 2 years of experience as interns in consulting, and for now, that's my best working experience, and I did the task that I the most enjoyed, that's coding in a production environment. And for the future of the TaskRoom, so there is a huge need to improve the UI. Indeed, actually, the UI is quite not very responsive. You need also to correct some edge cases bugs and some bugs in general. We can also, for example, add a task status based on time. So, for example, you need to do this task for this date, and if you don't do it, you will have some troubles. For example, we can also, I think that I forgot to show is the sorting capabilities of the task channel, but we can, for example, improve it and display to which user it was, which user. For example, you can select a sorting type that you can only display the task that you are assigned, and that's it for the future of the TaskRoom. And thanks to Leonardo and Pierre for the help and guidance, and thank you Singly and Rocket.Chat for the first part of the GSOC, which was really, really great, I think. And do you have some questions?
Hey. Well, the first question is from Sing. Is it scheduled for merge? Well, we'll create a pull request today. We need to do some revisions and review more thoroughly to merge. And with the pull request, you can test it, I guess. You can access the pull request and test it. But we'll revise it more thoroughly so we can start to think about merging into development. Importing and exporting to ClickUp. Well, I don't think we ever thought about this issue, but I think if there's a public API from ClickUp, we can work on that, or maybe using apps, Rocket.Chat apps to do some kind of integration. I think it can be possible. We just need to study how ClickUp works and how ClickUp integration works. The improvements to assignments involve the possibility of assigning more than one user. Jean?
Yes, actually, you can assign more than one user, but I will show you directly. Actually, you can assign more than one user, but the only thing that Darshil mentions is that the user are not notified if you are assigned to a task, for example. So here, the user won't get any notification. It will only have the notification about that a new task appeared in the TaskRoom.
Well, the just wait a second. do we send any mail notification when someone is assigned to a task? I don't think we do it right now, but that would be a useful feature, and it won't be really hard to implement. So if that is necessary, we could do this. Can you answer the Levy question, Anju? What do you mean by a backlog of tasks? I guess Jeff could answer this one better.
From Dashid, is there any place where a user can see all the is pending? Actually, no. You can see the pending task, unfortunately. And also to answer to the next questions, when a task is complete, now you you either need to leave it as it is or you can delete it. So I don't understand the question. Can you explain some improvement that you as a developer can see getting implemented in the future? Indeed, there is a lot of implementation possible in the future. I think that there is a huge need about, as Darshil mentioned, about the task assignments. And when someone assigned a task to you, you can get notified, for example, or you can sort the task only to show the task that you are assigned. And maybe there is also a need to some place to put all the completed tasks to know which one were completed.
Yeah, and I guess some integrations with ClickUp will be really good for the development experience.
Yes. And actually, you can't archive a task.
Yes. I think the feature that you can answer the task is really cool because you can discuss it too. I think it's a really useful one.
Yes, indeed.
Nice. Are there any questions left?
It was a really good presentation. Congratulations, Sean. I mean, and it was like with the
Thanks.
time that you had to get into this level of depth in terms of being able to actually do a room type extension that is unlike anything that is already there. This is just, I think it's an incredible achievement. Congratulations.
Thanks. I found it extremely difficult at the beginning, indeed, but it was really a good feeling to be able to implement it without major bugs and without creating new bugs in the code base for normal messages.
Awesome.
Thanks.
I just hope you didn't look at the chat while you were presenting.
Yes.
it's hard to concentrate yourself while the chat is like you need to go to Shark Tank.
I mean, if Levy is here, he's like always doing this stuff. So. All right, I think we can. Yeah.
So
Jim, can I look at the chat?
So thank you, Leonardo. Thank you to Pierre for the help and guidance. And thank you, Rocket.Chat and Singly for organizing this amazing GSOC. And actually, it was the best working experience of my life. And thank you for joining this session, and see you soon on the pull request part of GitHub on Rocket.Chat.
That was really cute.
Is Pierre in the room? No, Pierre is not in the room. Okay, cool.
I'm representing Pierre.
Awesome. That's what he was saying. That's why I was saying, wondering.
I think that Pierre and Leonardo is the same person, I think.
Yeah,
I see.
I'm his alter ego. I'm his alter ego. I mean, Pierre never opened his camera, so you never know.
Yep.
Nobody ever saw me and Pierre in the same room, too. Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and see you